Hello guys, it's finally happening. I'm about to listen to Escapology by Robbie Williams, his 5th studio album. I'm getting right into this, so if you'd like to see the full-length version of this video, you can do so on my Patreon, which is linked below. And with that, first track, How Peculiar. Okay. What a romantic. Okay, but seriously, this is a completely different sound than I've heard from him so far.
Against the tide. I am a depressed man, not sure what I'm doing.
Well, there's the honesty. That was the last thing I expected as an intro. That said, I thought it was a great intro because it kind of differs from the previous albums. On the previous albums, he started off with a very uplifting, positive, straightforward message. But here, I feel like in that track he was laying out all his flaws for us to see, which of course, that's nothing new. He does that plenty in the previous albums. But going there from the jump, on this album has me very curious to see where this journey takes me. And with that, next up is Feel, which I have of course heard a bajillion times at this point.
Come on, hold my hand. I wanna contact the living.
Oh. It's interesting that this is
sure I understand
the second track, because
this role I've been given.
I feel like in the first track we were getting...
Sit and talk to God.
Okay, let me pause. I was getting a sense of desperation, specifically him needing to feel loved in the first track, so this definitely affirms that for me. I could be way off with what Robbie was trying to get across, but that's what I'm getting from it so far.
And he just laughs at my plans. I don't wanna die, but I ain't keen on living either. Before I fall in love,
as dark as those lyrics are,
I'm preparing to leave her.
I think a lot of people have been there.
I just wanna feel real love, feel the home that I live in. 'Cause I got too much life running through my veins, going to waste. I just wanna feel a hole in my soul, you can see it in my face.
Okay, so with Feel, I'm feeling, no pun intended, that it's actually much more than needing to feel loved. And actually, I felt that before even listening to the track again. But I wouldn't be surprised if when he wrote that track, he was just feeling lost in general, or reflecting on a time where he felt lost in many avenues of his life. And you know, him flat out saying, I'm not sure if I understand this role I've been given, kind of puts it all out there. But you certainly do not have to be a celebrity to relate to what he's said in these first two tracks. Alright, next up is Something Beautiful, and that title sounds familiar, but I cannot remember if I've heard it before. I'll see if anything rings a bell. I could, of course, go check my YouTube feed, but I ain't got time for that, so let's get into it.
You can't manufacture a miracle. The silence was pitiful that day.
Okay, yeah, this does not sound familiar to me.
Is getting too cynical. Passion's just physical these days. If you can't wake up in the morning, 'cause your bed lies vacant at night. If you're lost, hurt, tired or lonely, can't control it, try as you might, you won't be lost, hurt, tired and lonely. Something beautiful will come your way.
Okay, well, there's the positivity, or the optimism, I should say. This is a nice gradual build with the instrumentation. First they brought in the horns, now the strings.
You won't be lost, hurt, tired and lonely. Something beautiful will come your way. Some kind
Whoa.
some kind of beautiful. Some kind of beautiful.
Not to be too on the nose here, but Something Beautiful was freaking beautiful. I joke about Robbie trying to make me cry, but I would have been very close if I were not in such a great mood today. What intrigues me the most about that track is its placement, because it's after two quite depressing tracks lyrically, in my opinion, but we're only in the beginning of the album, so I can't wait to see where he goes next in terms of the writing, and also sonically, because I felt like sonically Something Beautiful was a great blend of feel and how peculiar. As much as I love the wide open feeling production on feel, for lack of a better term, I think Something Beautiful is my favorite so far in terms of instrumentation. Alright guys, picking back up with Monsoon, which I'm pretty sure I heard him perform at his Nebworth show. I think.
I've sung some songs that were lame. I've slept with girls on the game. I got my Catholic shame. Lord, I'm in purgatory. Basically, it's all come on top for me.
That was a lot of information.
Oh, answer me when we met. You haven't lost my respect. So put your hands across the water. On my throne. My son, come soon. And I can't talk in a crowd. When I'm alone, I'm too loud. You've done your daddy's proud. Thank you for keeping me company. You've all been so nice to me. I've smoked too many cigarettes. I've had more blondes than brunettes. I'm not expecting your sympathy, but it's all been too much for me. So put your hands across the water on my throne.
That could end up being a top 3 track for me, but we will see. how things progress. Lyrically, I thought that track was a great balance of Robbie giving us his classic sense of humor, but also being super vulnerable. And I also think it was a great choice to let that track be another with no background vocals. It felt extremely intimate because it was just Robbie's vocals, sometimes doubled or tripled, over the instrumentation. As soon as the song opened and he started spewing out everything that was going on with him, I felt like I was his therapist for a second. I do love him being so vulnerable and upfront about everything as a fan, because I feel like in that song he's speaking directly to the fans. And next up we have Sexed Up, which kind of rhymes. Did not mean for that to happen. Of course, I've seen the music video for this song.
Loose lips sunk ships, I'm getting to grips with what you said. It doesn't make me wanna stay. Why don't we break up? There's nothing left to say. I got my eyes shut, praying they won't stray. When I sexed up, that's what makes the difference today. I hope you blow away.
Another very harsh song lyrically, but what's not harsh is that gorgeous falsetto.
Why don't we talk about it? I'm only here, don't shout it. Given time, we'll forget. Let's pretend we never met. Why don't we break up? There's nothing left to say. I've got my eyes shut, praying they won't stray. I chose you, and that's all gone to wasted Saturday. I'll go out and find another you.
Another very vulnerable song that made me feel like I was in the middle of an altercation, but this time it was more specific to a romantic relationship, one that's on the rocks at that. But that was my first time listening to that song in quite some time, and what I found very interesting is I picked up more of a nuance in the lyrics. It felt to me like Robbie was trying to push the person he's singing about away, but he doesn't actually want them to leave. You know, he ends the chorus saying, I hope you blow away, but in verse 2, he's asking if they can talk about it. So it makes me question just how serious he is about what he's saying in that song. I know for 100% he's absolutely feeling everything he's saying, but bottom line is I don't think he's as happy as he may seem about the relationship being over. And next up, Love Somebody.
Always and forever is forever young. Your shadow on the pavement, the dark side of the sun. Try and love somebody, just wanna love somebody right now.
Wow.
There's just no pleasing me. Try and love somebody,
This almost has
somebody right now.
the same dark and brooding nature of a Bond song as a Bond song.
The song played in a circle that never skips a beat. A stranger in a country that I have yet to meet. I wanna love somebody, just wanna love somebody right now.
Again, perfect track placement, having it after Sexed Up.
It'll come in your sweet time, Lord. I just gotta let you in. The blind
What an actual choir?
getting underneath your skin.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I can feel you in
I heard the title Escapology for the first time, I thought it was going to be an album full of Robbie singing about feeling free, but this many songs in, I'm kind of thinking this is an album Robbie wrote at a time where he felt trapped in a lot of different aspects of his life, and he wanted to feel free, or feel real love to be exact. But I don't want to say that because it's too on the nose. Anyways, that was a gorgeous song. It really did give me Bond song vibes, and I feel like Robbie would hate me for bringing up 50 Shades of Grey. But it also reminded me of the 50 Shades soundtracks, which is a compliment because I actually love a lot of the songs on those soundtracks. The movies not so much, but I digress. That was so dark and big and dramatic, right up my alley. Alright, next up, Revolution.
Just keep breathing with me. It's time to hold my hand and walk into the revolution. And there's no one to touch.
I am going to have to look up who's singing with him.
When it's all about retribution. I see the pain in your face and paying rent for the space. It's time to lead you on. Come on, it's a revolution. When you can't keep on keeping on, and everything you lean upon is all but gone. Time and tide's on your side. There's no need to hide. I feel your pain. Don't talk to me about evolution. A million miles with one step, and you'll find yourself, yeah. When you're walking with the revolution.
I think the song is just too funky to not. I can't imagine Robbie not having done this live.
Talk about a revolution, baby. I feel you, yeah. Lead you on to the revolution.
Okay, so did a little Google search, and looks like the lady singing with him is named Rose Stone. All I'm going to say is there better be at least one live performance of it, because, I'll say it a third time, that was a funkiness overload. I almost said overlord. Well, Robbie is kind of a funky overlord, but what I was trying to say is that song is a funkiness overload. I just need to hear it live. Simple as that. Seriously though, that track really surprised me. I did not expect Robbie to go that far in that direction sonically, and that's why it's got me so excited to the point of bringing up that R&B album I would love to hear from him someday, once again. But of course, it wasn't just the vocals from Robbie and Rose, it was also the instrumentation, which was insane. Robbie and Guy, you masterminds. I'm also wondering if that track is going to be a turning point in the album, because that was a very uplifting song, all about self-love. At least that's what I got from it. And again, it's perfectly placed within the track list, given the previous tracks. Well, picking a top 3 just got a little bit harder. Next up, Handsome Man.
Hello, did you miss me? I know I'm hard to resist. Y'all can come and help me pick the sweet corn out of this. If you drive me,
Also, that bass line was nasty.
if you don't see me, I don't exist. It's nice to meet you. Now let me go and wash my hands, 'cause you just met the world's most handsome man.
Sarcasm is on full display.
If you don't need me,
Wow. You don't need me, I don't exist. That's dark.
Can you make me laugh inside this autograph? Though it's not for me. Now let me go and wash my hands here before you stand. Please don't drop me. I wanna be.
Okay, and now I'm thinking of Robbie getting out his hand sanitizer. Everything's coming together. I truly did not expect to fall in love with that song as much as I did, but it's that darn chorus that really got me. I mean, loved the track overall, especially lyrically, but that chorus, in terms of vocal melody and instrumentation, was early 2000s pop punk perfection. And now that I've said that, that song kind of felt to me like Robbie Williams meets McFly. That's probably why I loved it so much. Also, out of all of the extremely sarcastic Robbie songs, I think that might be the most mature one yet, lyrically. And next up, Come Undone. I mean, if you've been following my Robbie journey for some time, I don't even need to say how I feel about this song. Let's just get into it. So lovely to now hear it in the context of the album.
Such a saint, but such a whore. So self-aware, so full of shit. So indecisive, so adamant.
It's funny that now we're finally hearing background vocals on more of the songs towards the end of the album. You know,
if I ever hurt you, your revenge will be so sweet. We sing love songs so sincere.
he is really calling out the hypocrisy in that bridge. I don't really know what I could say about Come Undone that I haven't already said. I love the studio version of it. I love it live. It's one of my favorite Robbie tracks lyrically. It's definitely in my top 10 Robbie songs of all time, you know, based on the songs that I've heard. I'd actually have to write out my top 10 because I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I know for a fact Come Undone is in there. And with that, I'm getting right into Me and My Monkey.
With all the wedding chapels and the neon signs, he said, I left my wallet in El Segundo and proceeded to take $2,000 of mine. We made tracks to the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Asked the bellboy if he'd take me and my monkey as well.
I wonder if he'd say they were on the road to Mandalay.
Oh, with a smile, he said,
bad joke, I know. Leave me alone.
He's got that kind of money, sir. and walk this big badass baboon into my bedroom with 3 monkey horns. Hi, my name is Sunshine. These are my girls. Lace my palm with silver, baby. Oh yeah, and they'll rock your world. Be a little kid, trying to understand why you did, what you did, why you did, what you did. Got tickets to see Sheena Easton. The monkey was high. Said it was a burning ambition to see her before he died.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here, which I don't actually think is that big of a limb, and guess that the monkey he's referring to throughout the song is himself. I'm assuming he's using monkey in the context of having a monkey on your back, which does line up with the song lyrically, in my opinion, and I certainly enjoyed watching him perform it at his Nepworth show. But hearing the studio version finally, with lyrics in front of me, was also quite an immersive experience. Like I said, that entire song felt like the plot of an action film, and I feel like I just watched that film in a 4D theater. Yeah, that's another extremely cleverly written song by Robbie, so props to him for the storytelling there. And next up, song 3. Don't know what happened to songs 1 and 2, but oh well. No distortion. It's kind of crazy.
So baby, haven't seen you lately. Do you still give it away? I feel gigantic, gonna burst the vein. I'm stopping traffic, 'cause I dig the fame.
Oh my gosh. It sounds like he was losing his voice during that chorus. Intentionally. But still. Oof.
Who you doing, baby? Don't spoil my day. You've been gloating lately, baby, and I dig LA. Got nothing to say. I feel gigantic, gonna burst the vein. I'm stopping traffic.
First of all, Robbie, I know you love LA. I know you love California, or Californiae, as you just put it. You live there, obviously, but I almost feel like that song was 50% Robbie saying, I'm kind of losing my mind in this place, and 50% him genuinely loving LA. Perhaps it is completely sarcastic, and he was just not loving it there at the time, but I don't know. The way he screamed that chorus, it made me feel like he had a genuine appreciation for the La La Land-ness of Los Angeles. Either way, that song really grew on me as it progressed. Another favorite vocal performance of mine. He was purposely pushing his voice there, and while of course he probably wouldn't sing it the exact same way live a bunch of times, he really got his point across with that one in the studio version, so that was really cool to listen to. And next up, Hot Fudge. Did he also perform this at Nepworth? I feel like someone mentioned this song in the comments on my Nepworth video, but I could be misremembering. It's been a long time.
Take the piss, I was English. God bless you, Uncle Sam. You got a cool gene pool and our winter's cruel, and God knows I love to tan. Making sense and dead presidents before I could count to 10. With the nation behind me, can't stop the lime ashes on her back again. Come on, sing it.
Making dents and dead presidents, as in dollar bills, before I could count to 10. I mean, there's getting super famous at a young age for you. Perfectly put.
Oh, my sunset rodeo. Hot fuzz, here come the judges, the green card in the way. The Holy Ghost and the Holy Coast are moving to LA. Sweet, I'm moving to LA.
So, Song 3 and Hot Fudge being back-to-back definitely does not feel like a coincidence to me, and having those two songs back-to-back has been a very cool experience for me as a fan, because I feel like I've yet to hear Robbie really sing about his feelings on California, and that's something I've always been curious about, because I'm sure at this point, just like the UK, California is a huge part of his life. Going back to the therapy session I joked about in one of the previous tracks, I feel like I've once again just gotten to know Robbie a little bit more. And next up, Cursed. Low bass.
Dig your polished nails into the dirt, rip your skirts off, wipe the hurts off of all come true.
That guitar is so nice.
Held my hair when I got my first tattoo. Told everyone I'd slept with you. Babe, you're not the first. You on earth, dear. 'Cause I'm
Also, Dirty Angel sounds like it could be a Robbie song and or album on its own.
cursed like you.
Ooh.
Baby, sleep now. We all love you. We always did.
You know, I could be reading Cursed wrong, but it sounds to me like he's singing about having met his match, and it sounds like the person he's singing about is in denial that the two of them are quite alike. And Robbie's just like, we're both gorgeous and incredibly messed up, so let's cut to the chase. But again, I could be way off. That's just what I was able to pick up on my initial listen. But I'd love to hear your take on this track lyrically, so do let me know your thoughts. Alright guys, we've made it to the album closer, Nan Song, and this track includes two hidden tracks, How Peculiar Reprise, and I Tried Love. Let's go. Ooh, feels a bit folky.
You said when you died you'd walk with me every day.
Oh, no.
And I start to cry and say, please don't talk that way.
I didn't factor in how emotional this was going to be.
I night the Lord came and asked you to leave. Pray silence my fear, she is near, bringing heaven down here.
And the goosebumps are back.
You taught me kings and queens while stroking my head. In my darkest hour, I know you are there, kneeling down beside me.
You know, as heartbreaking as that was, I actually ended that song feeling quite good. It was heartbreaking, but the song didn't feel sad to me, if that makes sense. The message of the song isn't just, I miss my grandmother. It's, I miss her because she's bestowed all these gifts upon me and left me with the tools to try and move on with just her memory. And yeah, I think that's absolutely beautiful. Perfect way to close the album, needless to say. Alright. How peculiar reprise. Wondering if he's going to have the same effect on his vocal here. In the regular or original How Peculiar. It does. I don't ever want to see a 3-year-old with a beard. Alright. I Tried Love.
Is the Richard Gere Gerbil story true? Who came third in World War II? Did Sooty sleep with Sue?
I don't know the answers to these questions, Robbie. Sorry.
When I'm out, and if it's leaving season, you're second on the bill. If you won't leave me, baby, I'll find someone who will. I tried love, I'm sorry, I tried love. Why is there ketchup on my sleeve? Do you think that Adam fancied Eve? What if Eve could not conceive? And he had to breed with Steve. We'd all be gay.
And honestly, that sounds pretty fun to me. Robbie Williams, I swear, as much as you talk about not having tried the cock, as you would say in your interviews, you sure sing about it a lot, sir.
Homosexual.
Some point. Huh?
Are you homosexual?
A what?
A homosexual.
What's that?
Both of those hidden tracks were fun, but as of right now, nothing is going to beat Stalker's Day Off. Still wish he filmed a music video for that song. Overall, I found this album to be an extremely pleasant listening experience, and this is the first time I've not done an entire album in one sitting, and I kinda like that I did this in sections. I mean, I only did it for time constraints, but taking a little break in between the groups of songs really allowed me to appreciate each track a little more than I feel I would have if I had been sitting all the way through this. Once I am sitting in this chair for over an hour, things start to go mushy, and not just my brain. Again, I've said too much, I'm gonna shut up. Well, no, I have to keep talking because I have a review to finish. So, my biggest takeaway is that this, once again, feels like a jump in maturity lyrically. That said, it's still Robbie Williams through and through, so of course you're going to have those eyebrow-raising lyrics thrown in, as well as the iconic sarcasm and humor. I also liked how stripped back many of these tracks were. It was just the instrumentation and Robbie's vocals sometimes doubled or tripled. Not a lot of Queen-esque vocal stacks, not a lot of harmonies. Yeah, in terms of production, a lot of these tracks felt quite intimate, and that lines up with the intimate lyrical content, which is heavily present throughout the album. So I enjoyed all 14 of the regular tracks, but my current top 3 would be, oh dear, Something Beautiful, Monsoon, and Come Undone. But for a little context here, I also really love Feel, Revolution, and Song 3's been stuck in the back of my mind ever since I heard it. Anyways guys, please do let me know your thoughts on this album and your top 3. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!